Hello, this is Veronica. At the end of summer, as always, we have a lot to do in the garden and vegetable patch. We continue to weed the beds, fertilize, and feed the plants, but processing the harvest is also added to the list. And at this moment, we are not thinking about the upcoming season. We just want to get through this one, but that's a mistake. It is right now, not in the autumn, that you need to start preparing plants for winter, as the plants need to recover. After active fruiting or flowering, they need to set buds for the next year and mature in order to survive the winter well. Today, I want to talk in more detail about how to prepare plants that don't winter well for the cold season. The main recommendation for this is to choose more frost-hardy species and varieties. Easy to say, but if we only planted those plants that are meant for our climate zone, we wouldn't see any sweet cherries, grapes, or apricots, for example, near Minnesota or Michigan. So why do heat-loving plants suffer in winter? Most often, this happens as a result of the formation of large ice crystals inside the plant cells and the mechanical damage they cause to cellular structures, as well as due to the formation of ice in the intercellular spaces, which causes severe dehydration. In addition, one of the causes of winter damage to plants is death from soil freezing, as a result of which plants cannot absorb enough water and they die of thirst. The frost resistance of plants depends on many factors, including genetic characteristics, growing conditions, plant age, and others. So, what processes affect frost resistance and what can we do? Hardening?
This is a process in which a plant gradually adapts to lower temperatures. In the case of seedlings in the spring, we can help plants adapt to the cold by hardening them off. But in the autumn and outdoors at that, how can you harden, for example, an apricot tree? You can't. There's another process that goes on inside the plant itself. Before the onset of frost, the following happens. It begins to actively draw water out of its leaves and stems to reduce the risk of water freezing and damaging the cells. Plants release special antifreeze proteins that prevent the formation of large ice crystals and protect the cells from damage in response to a drop in temperature. Plants begin to change their metabolism, increasing the production of sugars and amino acids, while also reducing the consumption of oxygen and nutrients. This helps the plant conserve its energy and survive in low temperatures. And this is the process that we can actually influence. The increase in the production of sugars and amino acids in a plant can be achieved with special fertilizers. For example, a development by Russian scientists, the specialized preparation anti-winter increases osmotic pressure and activates the ability to more intensively accumulate sugars in the cells, which lowers their freezing point. If you start doing this in August, you can get in 2 to 3 feedings before the frost. Of course, fertilizing the entire garden with such a preparation is expensive. I don't do it, and I'm not encouraging you to. But there are special plants in the garden. For example, grapes, figs, heat-loving varieties of blueberries, blackberries, big leaf hydrangeas, roses. Well, in general, the ones we usually cover for winter. Those are the ones I water with it. This, of course, does not completely eliminate the need for winter coverage. The plants just become more cold resistant. In addition, I also support my ever-bearing raspberries with this product, which fruit until November, and chrysanthemums that bloom until the snow falls. It adds up to quite a few plants. All the best to you. This was Veronica. Until next time.